All right, let's do it. So at 10:35, call to order the Board of Commissioners for the Housing Authority of Travis County. Can we have a roll call?
Chair Ann Denton,
Present.
Vice Chair Cheryl Brown,
Present.
Commissioner Jimmy Favor, Commissioner Christina Rosales,
Present.
Commissioner Wilmer Roberts.
Thank you. Moving to item 2, the consent agenda. Minutes from the May 5th, 2022 regular meeting.
I need to approve this.
All in favor?
I am.
Moving to item 3, public forum, citizen communication. Do we have anybody signed up to speak to us?
No, ma'am, we don't.
Item 4, CEO Executive Director's report.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. In the interest of time, we'll just go through each area, and if you have questions, we can entertain those. But we'll just rely on the backup support for the time. So we'll go to affordable voucher program now. See if it's.
So what we're looking at is having staff do a very high level overview.
Yes,
And
which
then if
is
we have questions, we'll ask them.
essentially yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Good morning. Hi. So we have successfully submitted our incident supplement. Hold that. Once that's approved, we're going to go ahead and jump into the changes in the administrative plan and then the software changes that we can see in staff. Staff training as well. We are opening up the waiting list. Please announce it to whomever you need. July 1st to July 8th. We've done all our due diligence and submitted the information to the public. And then we are currently very heavily engaging with our continuum of care to redesign our COC continuum of care grant. Probably 6 months after it starts. So it's going to start 7/1. We've been fully funded again, but we are recognizing that while we're meeting the number of clients that we need to meet for the grant agreement, we're still having money that we need to work through and funding that we need to work through. So we're working through different partners. AU, I heard the gentleman talk about AU Entry. We've already got them for our MAT program. We're working with AAUL, Austin Area Urban League, and there's one more, and I can't remember. But anyway, that's what we're doing. That's my focus right now during the 30 days. Questions?
Thank you.
Move on to affordable housing.
Good morning, everybody. So we continue to work occupancy on all properties around. We have 5 movements since last month. We have 2 at Sea Oaks and 3 at CRAD. We are hosting orientation at 16th of this month for those that we had already pre-screened for criminal background as well as rental verifications. We are actively working on maintenance applications as well as waiting for 1 qualified app that we currently have to move in. We're also working on our subsidy collection issue. We actually received in the month of May over 8K for both CRAD as well as COs. We have 1 pending voucher with help pending approval. We are continuing to submit documents over to Tim, the tracks experts, for the upcoming vouchers as well. We're also working on interim changes that some of the tenants have turned in that will affect the rent, whether it's decreasing or increase their rent portion as well. You guys have any questions? Thanks.
Any questions, gentlemen? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Robert? Mr. Onion?
Progress for the next 30 days on
Okay.
Eastern Oak, complete railing and ramps, and received proceeds from TDHCA in the amount of $1 million. We have construction crews out on site completing the construction. Anticipate another 2 to 3 weeks before completion is done. And on Manortown, there's no construction activity, but we are getting our final estimate. Hopefully we should have it in about another 10 days from the contractor that was selected. And we are working with the city through our engineer to get the permit approved for the construction, and working with TDHCA and TSHAC to get our funding secured and closed on.
Don't forget when it happens, it would be a great thing to invite political leaders to a groundbreaking.
Certainly.
So we owe you a deep dive on Maynardtown. And we'll be providing some background context. I know we've covered some of this before, but we will have an ask, you know what I mean? And so we need to make sure you're aware of how that's, you know, where that's stemmed from. So we'll.
Right, I mean, I have looked at the background material, sort of in
Sure.
the interest of time, not
Yes,
asking
understand.
questions.
Yes,
Maybe we can put it on the next meeting, when we have.
we can certainly do that. Yes,
There is a longer
That's a great
breakdown in
idea.
your board book about the history of
right.
the
Right.
property.
And I have looked at it, yeah, but I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That
Since we don't have time to discuss, we can certainly.
if we're calling a special meeting anyway, sometimes.
Sure, we can, okay, that's fine. We can do that.
Okay. Finance?
Good afternoon, Paul. Good morning. So the financials are included in the board packet. And during this month, I'm still continuing to work with the auditors to get the draft for strategic and both for strategic and the housing authority and finalize the audit for the housing authority. Like Carlos said, we are fully caught up on the subsidy for Eastern Oaks and the housing staff are working to get the remaining subsidy for Sea Oaks. Other than that, I didn't really have anything to point out.
Any questions from the also review of fiscal? The Housing Authority of Travis County Foundation.
I can speak to this. Eric's not here this morning. And this falls under my purview anyway. So this summarizes where we are right now. 7 active partnerships, 9 emerging partnerships. We are constantly connecting with new potential service provider partners, community, and the foundation scholarship is still open, and we're receiving applications on that. Eric's been working on the summer opportunities for youth, including the sunshine camps, and then also workforce development initiatives continue, and there should be a more extensive summary report in the materials for the foundation.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? And Human Resources Organizational Development, that's also you.
And back to me, so breaking this down a little bit, in terms of HR compliance and best practices, we're continuing with policy revision and review. It's an extensive project. I thought we'd be wrapped up with this at the end of this quarter. It's probably going to be early next quarter, but you're going to like what you see. A lot goes into this. Training development, delivery, training development, and delivery continues. And again, you guys are invited to anything we do. We're actually having a program tomorrow with VP of Government Relations from the Austin Chamber of Commerce. We'll be here to speak about affordability issues and transportation here in the community. Huge topics. We're continuing with job description development and revision. I am going to be wrapping that up rather soon. We're in good shape on that. The strategic plan, implementation of progress tracking. You might have noticed a document was uploaded to Affordable that relates to our first quarter accomplishments for the strategic plan. And it's all good stuff. It's out there for you to review. You can always ask me questions about that. Professional development, employee development opportunities, and following up to the job description development project, that's up next. And of course, the foundation, spoke to that a moment ago. And again, there's more detailed information, summary information that's been provided for you there. And again, let myself or Eric know if you have any questions related to that. So.
And does anybody have any? That concludes our discussion on item 4. Item 5, board committee reports. Do we have any committee meetings that? So we know what to do. We can talk about figuring out how to do that. All right, item 6, new and unfinished business. Board of Commissioners issues and concerns, the message board is listed here.
Yeah, so this is something one of the board members of Strategic had asked us to look into. The city of Austin and Travis County do have a message board that allows essentially members of the public to post questions or comments and for all to see. Typically, it's centered around agenda items, but it certainly could be open to for any purpose for that matter. So we have showed you an example of the city of Austin's city council message board. So we are working with the web provider county to look into how we might establish such, and we'll bring that back to you. But essentially, it's similar to a blog for all intents and purposes. It's not intended to be a dialogue per se amongst board members. It's just essentially members of the public can make comments or questions. So we are working.
So you're pursuing the feasibility of that.
We are just setting up the framework, and then if there's wholesale support, then we'll launch it.
Anybody have any questions?
What's the possibility of getting a conference phone line put in to do that as opposed to trying to go through the computer?
Well, because of what you're using Zoom or what we call Spotlight Affordable, it would have to be through obviously a PC or laptop. I mean, the board, if it's a problematic, they may not elect board members to participate remotely if that's a problem. But essentially, with the requirement to be able to see the individual and then to see the staff, you would have to. It would be a little bit complicated. I mean, I guess there would be a way for you to see the individual and then speaking some other way. I mean, it's kind of, but we will work on trying to communication and give you all some system. Typically, it's where the user is in terms of how well they can be received. But we can work. We'll look at that.
Yeah, all of us are going to have to probably participate remotely from time to time. And do we need to make it functional?
We will think about some other options.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the
think our
individuals have to
preference-
be seen, and you all have to be seen. The individual remotely. So in terms of the audio part of it, I will have to try to figure out.
Well, there's an option on Zoom where you can use phone audio instead of the computer audio. So getting like a speaker or up here so they can hear us might be something new.
Okay, we will explore that.
Yeah, might even include a monitor, a TV monitor.
Okay, sure, that's fair. We will work on it.
All right. Any other new or unfinished business that people want to bring up? Moving to item 7, any need to go into executive session? Hearing none, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. It might have been a speed record.